Shalom. This is Hawud. I want to thank the brothers and sisters that helped me out to get my brake caliber. But I have bad news. So I changed the passenger side. I evacuated the air out of the caliber and everything. And how about the driver's side seized up too? So both front calibers are bad. Oh my God! I swear, y'all, I almost passed out this morning because I have my tires are 8 lugs. So you imagine how heavy they are. And then jacking up that big behind truck, like, oh my Lord. And they double piston calibers, they real big. So I'm back at it again, y'all. I mean, listen, I'm not asking or whatever. If you want to help me, I appreciate it. But I'm not going to sit here and say, can y'all help me out? I'm not doing that. I'm just saying. I was just like, wow, I cannot believe this. Both of them. Both of them. And the driver's side is worse. And I know y'all hear my asthma. I'm wheezing because, when you get frustrated, it makes your asthma act up. So, I was stuck on stupid this morning. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was like, what? And it was cool. So y'all know, I was just like, oh wow, I can't believe this. And once I changed the passenger side and I went to move it, the driver's side instantly locked up. It was worse. 10 times worse. When it first started, it would slowly lock up. So let's say if I dropped about 15 blocks, by the time I was on my way back, it was like pushing the truck. You know what I'm saying? Like revving the motor high as I can go just to get to 5 miles per hour because they were so seized up on the road and you could smell the brake burning. So I don't know. I mean, if you do, I appreciate it, but I'm not really I'm not going to do that. You know what I mean? I mean, it's going to put me out of work for a second, but I just, I don't know. And I'm like, and the funny thing is, every time your car go down, your phone, I start getting all these calls. I'm like, wow. Nobody wants to call me when it's running. So I do get work every day, but y'all know what I mean. The day I did the video, my phone only run one time. The day my phone went crazy. And I'm like, wow, I can't believe this. Like, now my phone wanna ring when I can't go nowhere, you know. And I had to walk. I walked from. I just put it to y'all this. I live on 65th. I walked all the way up to City Line Avenue and 76, I think that was. Yeah, City Line 76, and I'm on Lebanon. So anybody from Philly, y'all know how far it was. I walked up, and then I bought the brake caliber, and it was heavy. That thing weighed like 20 something pounds in this big white box. And I walked my behind back home. You gotta do what you gotta do sometimes, y'all. And I don't really like bothering people, so I just do what I gotta do. But I appreciate everybody that did help me. You know, the one person named Pi Ya, I didn't know if that was a female name or a male name, so I just thank you anyway. I appreciate you. And the brother, I appreciate you too, bro. Um, but yeah, I gotta get another one, so I'll figure it out. But enough with my sorrows. So, Judah did a video. It's called Deeper Esoteric Understanding of the 22 Letters of Our Alphabet, Discovering the Planets and Zodiac. So in the 5 minute 30 to 35 mark, he was speaking about 7 letters, right? Now, the book I had got the other day, where I told you I want, I'm going to give y'all the name. I read this part, but I need to read it again because it actually has something to do with what Judah was talking about. So listen to this. Hold on, make sure I'm at the right place. Hold on. Okay. There is a legend that is not a legend of a set of perfect stones. Now, y'all remember me reading this yesterday. It says 7 in number. And remember, Judah was talking about 7 letters in the alphabet of power. And now, this is talking about 7 perfect stones in number. And it's going to, I'm going to read what all of them mean and what they do. Alright? Which were kept by the Druid priests, and which gave the wearer all power. So these 7 stones gave the wearer all power. I mean, whoever this person was powerful, could do some stuff. Listen, 2 stones, golden, yellow gems. Hold on, y'all. With the strange property of glowing in the dark. So there's 2 yellow stones, and they have a strange property. They glow in the dark. Had the property of controlling the minds of those in the presence of the wearer. So could you imagine being able to control somebody's mind to make them do what you want? This is crazy. I'm gonna keep going. That's 2. I just read. That's 2 so far. 2 stones, blue in color, when used in a certain way, cause the weather to change and rain to come when there is no rain before. So that's 2 is yellow. You got 2 that's blue. That can the first 2 controls people's minds. The second 2 is blue. They control the weather. 2 stones, red in color, when worn on the forehead, gave the wearer the ability to move objects with his mind. That's telekinesis, right? So you got 2 stones, yellow, that you can control people's minds. 2 more that's blue that controls the weather, and now you have 2 more that is red that you can do telekinesis with. So that's 6 stones. Now it says 1 stone, green in color, when worn as a necklace, gave the wearer the power of eternal life, and allowed no harm to come to him. These 7 stones were stolen 3,000 years ago from the Waitiwith Welsh tribe of Druids / witches, and have since come into the possession of people who are evil and selfish. You see this? So now, I want you all to think about something. So you have, I'm going to finish reading this, but I want to bring this to y'all. I just want to bring this to y'all attention. So the church, you got the church teaching you that there's an entity or angel running around. That's the devil or Satan or whatever, and he's doing all this stuff, right? But when you read in Isaiah 12, when it says, "How have you fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning," right? And it talks about him being killed and being thrown down to the sides of the pits. What if this Lucifer is the father of the races these people, of these wicked people, and he has these stones, and he's still alive. And this is what the Most High is talking about. This one man, because it's talking about a man. It says, when they that see thee will look upon thee and consider, saying, is this the man? It didn't say the angel. It didn't say the cherubim. It said a man. So now think about that. What if that's what he's talking about? This man named Lucifer, which is the father of the wicked, or this wicked race of people, right? What if this man has those stones? Hmm? And this is what he's talking about in the scriptures about him being killed and going down into the pit, and his habitation will be worms, because the way the Most High is describing him, he's not describing them as a group. He's saying that he's the father of the wicked race, because he calls the race that comes out of him a scion of a race, which is wicked. But when he's speaking about him, he's talking about one dude. And what if he has these stones? Think about that. Remember, precept upon precept, y'all. And this is a story. Like, we got to put this stuff together. We can't go by what they say. We got to go by what the Spirit is telling us. And it's telling me that this thing is about to get real. Alright. The legend says that the priest is actually Y Tywith Tag will be born, who shall rescue the stones and bring them back to their rightful owners. The Wandin, Y Denan, and it's a M-win. It's funny though, because this video dude was talking about, he brought out the word Y, and he brought out the word M, and this is right here is Y Denan M-win. Interesting. Welsh witches. Celtic Windian believe these stones are guardians of the way, and that all knowledge is recorded there. Now, didn't I just read that somebody's going to be born and he's going to rescue the stones? Isn't that interesting, y'all? What if this Lucifer guy has these stones? And all this stuff is going on because of this dude. Well, we know that the Creator allowed it to happen. But just think about this. You know what I'm saying? It's something to think about. That's all I got to say. Because it clearly says one of them stones give you eternal life. Alright, so it says, it's the way, and that all knowledge is recorded there. Being buried but alive afford the Celtic to initiate the opportunity to become one with the earth through chanting and meditation while enclosed in a cromlech or dolmen. The initiate discovers his guardian spirit and becomes part of the way. Our connection to the world of animals, plants, and minerals is the basis for our religious philosophy. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I couldn't be buried in no type of chamber. I would go crazy. I'd lose my damn mind. I don't like being held down or nothing. And I can't even watch like in the movie scene where people put in coffins and buried alive. Oh my God, y'all, that I can't even watch them scenes. I can't even watch that. That would just I would go. Oh, I couldn't live with that. I would go nuts in that joint, man. I wouldn't. I don't know what that. I don't know. I don't know. I probably try to kill myself in there. Yeah, I can't deal with that. Yeah, look, it's bothering me already. I'm starting to move around now because I don't like being like pinned down. It will take many years of experimentation on the institutional level to learn how, as a human being, relate to the mineral world, and can have confidence in your understanding of crystals, gemstones, work. You have to learn love, which is the opening up of the heart. You must learn faith and courage. You must be able to take a risk that you could fail, sorry, and or get hurt. Love also opens up your heart to crystals and allows the crystal to choose you. Crystals and gemstones are made up of several characteristics, both physical and uh, physic, yeah, physics. Sorry, I said psychic. I said physics. I don't know what I'm thinking about. Psychic, color, hardness, form, etc. These characteristics are formed over eons of time and space, and as such, they record all the changes that have occurred around them. Natural crystals and gemstones are far superior to synthetics. Synthetic stones are like a newborn baby with little power or ability. So right there, they trying to telling you something without even telling you. So now this right here, you need to be careful of what they just said, because you know how we go online and we purchase stones, and if they know these stones have these type of powers, and we are like what you would call a conduit for them, because we the chosen people, you really think they would send us real stones? Or would they send us the synthetic stones, the not real ones? So maybe it might be a good idea for us to start going and hunting down our own stones. You know what I mean? Find out where you can find them at and dig them up yourself. Because that right there just put a serious thought in my mind. They sitting here talking about having synthetic stones, and I guarantee you they don't want us to have nothing natural. Especially now, after us reading about this stuff, they don't want us to have that. So that's something to think about. They might be sending us fake stones, because I know I have a couple of stones. So how do you know they real? You know what I'm saying? It's something to think about, because I know the one I got, the Dragon Eye stone. I was looking at it and it got like these cracks all over it now, like surface cracks. I'm gonna check that John out, because something up. It might be something up with that John. All right, but let me finish. All humans are called to certain crystals. Y'all hear that? I'm gonna read that again. Listen. All humans are called to certain crystals. They are drawn by certain energy, a connection between man and all life forms in the universe. When you choose a crystal, you must feel good. You must be guided by your higher self. And you must let the crystal speak to you. Let your initiation be your guide. Some crystals are clear and some are cloudy. The clear crystals allow energy to flow rapidly and unimpeded. Cloudy crystals give a more gentle grounding energy. If you work with someone who is severely unbalanced or emotionally disturbed, you will need a cloudy crystal. But if you are attempting to raise the vibrations from a dense level to a less dense level, you will want a clear crystal. Clear crystals are excellent meditation enhancers. So they just told us how to raise our vibration, y'all. Right there. They just told us. Right here. But if you are attempting to raise your vibration from a dense level to a less dense level, you will want a clear crystal. So if you're trying to raise your vibration from a dense level to a less dense level, get a clear crystal. And also